Hey guys, what's up, it's jjaaxxthelegend here, and today I'm here with another Minecraft redstone tutorial. In this week's tutorial, I'm showing you guys how to build an automatic armor equipper that is completely hidden and completely secret. So let's have a look at this. Okay, so say you don't have any armor like I have on right now. So I've got nothing, I'm completely bare, naked, get it, because I'm a polar bear. And I need to grab some armor. So all I have to do is place my button on this block right here, and you can see that I'm reminded by that because I can't place it on any other orange carpet block. Then stand in the middle of this block here, go down, and then boom, I've got my armor on. That was so simple, wasn't it? Now if I need to take it off, just break that button, place it on this block here, hold shift, and then just take my armor off and place it back into each one of these dispensers. Doesn't matter which one you put it into, there just needs to be one in each one. And then press this button down here, this little hidden one, and it will shoot you back up. And you don't have any armor on. Look how simple that was. Now you can see I've hidden mine, and I'm reminding myself of where the buttons are using some carpet, because I can't place my buttons on any other blocks except for those two. But you don't have to do this. You can just have it regular and bare. You don't have to have any of this carpet at all. If I destroy all of this carpet, replace these blocks with sandstone, you just need to remember where it is. And now I'm pretty sure it was, yep, here. And now my button might be there. It's somewhere around here. But that's why I like to have the carpet there just in case. But if you, after a little while, you get used to it and you'll be able to remember where your blocks are. And I believe it should be there. Yep, and it is. But remember, on that way down, you have to hold shift because otherwise the system won't work. Okay, so now let's get on to the material list. Now, for this build, you are going to need the blocks on your screen right now. Now, make sure to grab all of those. There are quite a lot of each thing, but none of them should be too hard to get other than the sticky pistons and the slime. Okay, let's get on to the tutorial. Okay, so this is a redstoning behind this build. Now, it does look rather complicated, however, it is just because it's so compact. How all of this large amount of redstone is so shoved into a smallish amount of space. But don't worry, I'm going to walk you through step by step. The first thing we're going to start with is a general armor putting on system where it just puts the armor on. So let's start by digging out an 8x10 hole that is 8 blocks deep. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just like this. Then we need to make that 8 blocks in total deep, including the first one. I'll quickly do that. Okay, let's start by hopping into our hole and counting 6 in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's including your block you're standing on. Now, count 5 in again, including the block you're standing on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 in towards the middle, towards the center. Now, on that block, place a sticky piston facing up with a slime block on top of it. It should look slightly off-center, ever so slightly, just like that. Now, standing back on the slime block, so the 10 side that we counted in from is behind us, we want to turn around, come 2 blocks up with some scaffolding blocks, place 2 dispensers facing inwards, directly on top of each other, and then 1 to each side like this. All facing inwards, and we can break those temporary blocks like so. So this is the side we counted in on. I'm going to mark this with 2 concrete, 2 yellow concrete, so this is going to be our main side. So these 2 dispensers, should be facing away from our main side. Now on this slime block, count 3 blocks up, 1, 2, 3 with some scaffolding blocks, place a piston directly on top of that, facing into the sky, and breaking those scaffolding blocks, just like that. Now, count 2 diagonally back, so 2 diagonally down, back, towards our main side, and place 2 pistons facing towards the piston, this first piston here, and away from our main side. So it should look like that. The piston should be 1 level below the main height of the whole floor around it. Like that. So now we need to get power to all of these components, the pistons and the dispensers. We're going to start in by just placing in some basic repeaters. The first one here is going to be 1 diagonally down from this piston here with a repeater on it. Then 1 directly behind this piston here with a repeater on it. That means when you grab a button, press either of these power either of these repeaters like this, it'll power both of the pistons or just one of them. Now if you do that, that's fine. You don't need to worry about that if it does pull back like that. That's perfectly fine. But for the sake of the tutorial, I'm just going to put it back there because it's easier to work out where everything is if it is there. So to get power to these repeaters, we're going to come one block out here, come three more blocks back, 1, 2, 3 from there towards our main side. One block in like this, and one block to the side so it touches the wall. One block diagonally up like that, and we're going to place redstone on all of those blocks like this. Could really connect both of these repeaters up. Then on the left hand side of this redstoning, if we're facing from the front, because we just did that redstoning on the right hand side, we want to come 2 blocks over like this, redstone on both of them, 1 block diagonally down, just like that, 2 blocks back, no redstone on these, 1 block diagonally up, and break those blocks there, except for that last one. We're going to place a redstone torch on this block here, with a piece of redstone on top, and it should extend all of our pistons. And then if we place a block on top of that, by holding shift and clicking it, this block right here, doesn't have to be in a dot or a cross, just leave it as it is. And then place a button on there, just to test that it all works. You can see our pistons should all retract. However, they shouldn't be pulled back just yet because we haven't set the timing of the repeaters. Okay, to get the first part of this fully working, all we have to do is put this onto 3 ticks delay, so that is 2 clicks. This repeater here, you can see the door now gets fully pulled back. And you can even put a block on top of that piston there, and that'll also get pulled back. So when you're standing on top of here, you have that happens, and then this piston will extend and push you up. But we haven't hooked that piston up yet, so that's our next job. Okay, so we're going to hook up the stuff down here. We're coming 1 diagonally down like this, placing a redstone dot, placing a redstone repeater, going into that block there in the wall, place another piece of redstone next to it like this, super simple like that. Then come down diagonally 1 more down diagonally, come 2 across, place the repeaters on both of those, set both of them onto 3 ticks delay, like that, so 2 clicks on both of them. So that's what it should look like so far. Now place 1 concrete here, and 1 concrete here in both of the corners. Then place redstone going across all of these dispensers like that. Okay, so now before we power the piston, we want to come up here and place this piece of redstone here with a redstone torch, which should instantly be powered off, so none of this should be powered. Then we want to create a staircase coming down from this block here, 2 blocks like that. Then we want to just curl it around so it goes into this piston here with a repeater set to 2 ticks delay. Now when we press this button, stay on top of this block and press this button. We actually need to stay on top of the block properly. Stay on top of this block and press the button. It drops us down, fires off the dispensers, and then sends you back up. Now, this way will work if you don't have that many materials and you just want a way to put your armor on. So what it'll do is put your armor on, but then to put your armor back into these dispensers, you'll have to have a separate way to actually climb down here with, say, on a ladder, if you want to save your materials and just finish off your build here. But if you want to do it the more fancy and fun way, then keep on watching the video because we're going into that right now. Okay, so for this next part, which is going to be the button down here that we press, and the redstoning that goes with that, I'm going to be using a different color of concrete. Now, I didn't use it on this build, but I definitely suggest if you really want to understand the redstoning and how it works, and follow the redstone path to see how it works, I suggest using a different concrete for each part that I say we're moving on to. So that's why I'm using a different color now. Okay, as well as that, for the next part, we're going to need some buttons and some repeaters, as well as some redstone just to start us off, and then we're going to need to grab some more materials later on. Okay, let's start by placing our block in the corner here with our button on it. Now you can use any sort of button here and any sort of block. Now I'm just going to use yellow concrete, but remember this block will be able to be seen, so I suggest using maybe a nicer looking block, say like wood, or even polished andesite. That's a really nice block, so I'll use that. So we want to stand in this slime block area and make sure that button is to the left of us, so it is facing away from our main side. It's to the left. Then we want to place 2 repeaters coming out of that, going into a redstone torch tower. Got to list those, redstone torch tower, which will then bring us all the way up to the top here. Now we want to place 2 redstone torches and place 1 more block here, all the way up to the top, and then we just want to connect this up simply by doing that. Now when we press this button, it powers our whole system. Now, this is sort of what we want, but we don't want it to dispense our armor out because we just put it in. We don't want it dispensed out instantly straight away. So we need to work out a way that we can disable these dispensers. I'll show you how we do that now. Okay, so we now want to come back to this block, come 1 block out with a repeater, then come 3 blocks to the side with redstone, 1, 2, 3, and then place another repeater going into nothing, set to a 2 ticks delay, so you have to click that once, going into another block, like this. And again, we want to create a 2 high redstone torch tower, so that's 2 redstone torches. And on the very top blob, we want to place 1 redstone torch on the side, facing towards the wall like this. Now we're going to build a little out cave in this wall. Now, the reason why I didn't list this in our full size was because it's such a tiny amount, it was kind of pointless digging it fully out. Now that we've done that, we want to grab out a sticky piston, and place a sticky piston 1 block away from here, that block there that the repeater is going into, facing towards it. And then we want to grab some redstone. We want to place a block here on top of the repeater. We want to lead it right over, using blocks, over to this piston and place a redstone on top of that so the piston automatically gets extended. That means when we press a button, we get retracted and stops the redstone from being able to actually go down and power all of this down here. But again, that means our slime isn't getting powered, so we now need a separate way to actually power our slime. So now we're going to move on to that. So to power our slime, it's quite simple. We grab a redstone, we place a piece of redstone here, and we sort of just bring it around. You can do this multiple different ways. You can place it there, and then place a block to stop it from connecting, and so on. But the main thing is, no matter how you connect it, you need to have two repeaters, both set to 4 ticks delay, that eventually then go into this piston like that. So now you can see if I stand on this block and press the button, it pushes me up without an issue, and also my dispensers don't get triggered at all, as you can see. So that's that part of this thing done. So now we need to work on a way where we can actually get down there without it actually firing back us back up again. So as you can see, if we try and get down there, it's not letting us. So we're going to be doing this with a new button. So now place a new button 1 block away from this repeater, going forwards when you're standing on it, facing away from this wall, just like that. Now this can be, again, any sort of button, and you will probably destroy this later on if you want it to be secret, but of course you can leave it there if you don't want it to be secret. Okay, so now with a new color of block, if you really want to understand it, like I said before, come 2 blocks down from this button, break this first block, place a piece of redstone dust, place a torch facing towards this tower here, it comes from this bum, and come another 2 blocks down, place a piece of redstone dust, place a torch facing the opposite way, place a block next to that coming towards the wall, place redstone and a torch on that again. Then going on the other side, place 2 more blocks coming towards this tower, 2 repeaters on those, lime concrete or any sort of building block 1 diagonally up, redstone torch, more lime concrete 1 diagonally up, and 1 to the side with 2 pieces of redstone on it like so. So that connects it to that system there. So now what that does, if I press this button, it opens up the main door. Then the other thing we need it to do is we need it to stop this from extending. Now that is actually a super simple fix because we've already got a way to stop that from extending. All we have to do is hook it up to here. So to do that, we come off this redstone torch here. So now we're going to come 1 block down from this, 1 block diagonally down and 1 over, like that. Place a redstone repeater going into a block with a piece of redstone on top. Now this redstone here has to be a cross. It cannot be a dot. If it's a dot, it will not work. It has to be a cross like that. So now we have a fully functioning door. Well, sort of. We just have to change the ticks of these repeaters here. A 4 ticks delay on both of them. That's 3 clicks. And this one here to 2 ticks delay. So that's 1 click. So now, if we want to get our armor on, we got to load it up first. So we want to grab out our armor. We're going to be using the newly added netherite armor. We press this button, hold shift, and you can see it'll work. Then once you get down, you can place in your netherite armor or whatever type of armor you have. Then you can press this button to get back up. And then once you want to put it on, just press it, and boom, you've got it on. Wasn't that amazing? Now to cover this up, all you have to do is just place a simple layer of blocks on top of it, And when it comes to covering up the inside redstone, you want to use an immovable block, so that, or a block that slime doesn't stick to. So that can be terracotta, glazed terracotta, not actually regular terracotta, but glazed terracotta, obsidian, bedrock, any item with an inventory, things like that. I'm going to use some obsidian. But remember, you need to keep that block open so you can see, when I'm down here, hold on, so you can see the button. Because you need to be able to see that button to be sent back up. So you can see, because that block's open, I can see the button. But in all the other ones, you can place a obsidian. You can even place it down in these corners just to hide the redstone a bit more. But if something doesn't work after you placed a few blocks, just go ahead and break the blocks that you just placed and then try again. I'm going to place it all here. But you don't have to use obsidian for all of these. The only ones you have to use obsidian with are the ones the slime will come in contact with. Okay, so you now know how to build a fully automatic armor equipment that can be secretive, or you can just have it in your base. So that's going to be the end of this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like, comment, and remember to subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys later. And remember, stay carbonated!